And this had to happen on the first day of work at McDonald's, not a sponsor. So my grandfather apparently got a phone call saying I was in New Jersey. I live in Arizona. So does everybody else in my family. But obviously, this was a scam. He didn't know that. Somehow. My grandfather got a call from somebody claiming to be his oldest grandson, saying that he was in New Jersey. That's strike one of not being me. Strike two was saying that he was driving to somebody's wedding. I don't have a license. I don't have any friends that are getting married. Or at the very least, none that I actually live close enough to visit to see a wedding. Apparently, on the drive to the wedding, I got into a car accident. It's pretty likely to happen for someone who doesn't have his license, but anyway. I then break my nose in the accident. I think it's fine. But anyway, I get arrested, and I'm currently calling them with my one phone call asking my grandfather for bail money instead of my immediate family, which is more likely to help me than their parents. Not saying they wouldn't, but I'm just saying, why my grandparents instead of my parents? He didn't immediately believe it was me. But that didn't stop him from calling everybody he knew related to me in order to find out. He called me, which obviously didn't work because I was at work. If I checked and called, I would have been out of a job. He then calls my father and mother, who both coincidentally are asleep. He then calls my sister and my brother, who are both coincidentally at home doing schoolwork, because COVID. Let's date this video. Anyway, he then calls my grandmother of my mom's side, to which she goes, he just got a job here in Phoenix. Why would he be in New Jersey now? Let alone ever. So he has an answer. Seeing that it's not immediate family, it's not a good enough answer. So he drives to my parents' house. He lives in Mesa. That's 2 cities away. And you gotta keep in mind, I don't know if this is a hazard anymore, but Tempe's in the middle. That's the city in between Phoenix and Mesa. Not too long ago, there was a bridge collapse. There at least were cops and firemen keeping people off the streets near the bridge. That happens to be right next to the main streets between between Tempe and Phoenix. And chances are he would have to drive that. Nonetheless, he shows up, apparently 15 minutes after my dad wakes up. He shows up with Notepad on his phone, with notes for everything the guy claiming to be me said, including the lawyer that I apparently hired. Needless to say, after wondering why nobody answered their phone because they were at work, asleep, schoolwork, everything calmed down. But he realized that he came here for no reason. He realized he came to my parents' house for no reason. So what does he do? He takes my parents' cars to the car wash. And this is not a joke. Voice crack. This is not a joke. At the car wash on the opposite intersection of the McDonald's I work at. I don't know if he knew. But that was the one they sent him to. And the excuse my parents gave me after I heard this was, you know what? It was the right time of day. You are going to be getting off around that time. Maybe around the time he sent the second car, he would have seen you leave. Which he didn't. I left a little later than apparently the time they was there. But I thought my day was interesting as it was. I had someone, and this is after the day, this is my second day of work, technically. My first day of work, I didn't do any work because they just had me watch a bunch of videos. But legitimately, nobody knew I was hired. The GM hired me, didn't tell anyone, and is currently off for 2 weeks because his wife is pregnant. Is about to have a kid. But anyway, I thought today was going to be interesting on my own merit. Because today, I had somebody call me a crystal meth user because I stole $5 from her when she never gave me $5 in the first place. Camera evidence. We had people complain to managers that the small was small. John Pinette's rolling in his grave. And at the bus stop coming home from work, I had one homeless woman offer me her tank top because she didn't use it anymore, and then throw it on the chain link fence behind me just because I said no. And finally, another homeless woman, toothless, I might add, wanders up to me, tries to talk to breeze with me, and asks if I could use her services for $1. I think you can guess what those services was. All of that, for all the people who are slow, obviously I did not. But I did not follow up on her. But after all that, somehow this 70-something-year-old man tops everything that happened to me today. How would I even get to Jersey?